Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we are going to be drawing Hinata or Hinata. I don't know how to pronounce it yet again. I'm going to call her Hinata because, again, in my other videos, I mentioned that I did used to play the games, the older games, keep in mind, but pretty sure it's Hinata. I've heard like it's pronounced many different ways, but oh well. Yeah, the picture we're going to be drawing, I did not make up. I just want to disclose that right now. I did not make it up. I do not own it. I just found it. I liked the style. It's a pretty, easy photo to draw. It took me like 10 minutes, I want to say. So yeah, just thought it was really, cool looking. If any of you follow me on Instagram, you'll know which one I'm talking about. But before we continue, I do want to mention this book again, my made up manga, Eternal Death. I restarted yet again on it. I do that quite a bit, if any of you know me as well. It's because I don't know, I'm very picky with my art and everything, but here's like the first looking, and I'll make this quick so that the people that aren't wanting to see this doesn't have to like wait forever, but this is just my work here and everything. I wanting to become a manga artist or author, whatever you want to call that. This is the first chapter, and then I have inked it over and everything. I'm making the boxes a lot more straight, but yeah, didn't want to make don't want to make this too long, but just kind of updating you guys because some of you actually do care a lot about this kind of stuff, and it makes me happy. Oh, that being said, let's go right in. So I would show you the photo we're drawing, but unfortunately, it's not on my phone, it's on paper, and I just don't want to bother with it. So anyhow, we are going to start with just a slight line here, and then you're going to come down. You can't see the full side of this face, or the shape of it, but then you're going to come up here, and then you're going to bring this up here. So you should have just kind of something like that, like it's unfinished. In fact, you didn't really see this side at all. So just draw something like that, and then her ear will be right here. I'm just going to give it the detail right now because, I don't know, I'm one of those people that does that. And I am going to ink this over afterwards, so you don't have to do that, but I'm going to. And then just bring it down right here for the starting of her neck. Okay, and now let's just sketch in the facial features and everything. So this will be the starting of her eye, so you just want to, again, I recommend not starting out too dark like I'm doing, but that's what I've always done my whole life, so anyhow. Again, I'm just kind of sketching in everything, so more than likely it's not the final result. So I'm going to stop right there, in fact, and then draw her eyebrow. But anyway, let's go in with the outfit she's wearing. I want to say it's a turtleneck. Pretty sure that's what this is. And the photo I looked off of originally to draw this, I don't know if this person made up this outfit or if she's actually worn this before. Again, excuse me for not like knowing too much about the anime. But let's go. Okay, sorry about that. But you're gonna start with her bangs, so it's like pointed right here, and then they're gonna come down, a little bit more wide. This one's gonna be more straight. I call it a chopped bang, as if it was freshly cut or something. And then you're just gonna keep repeating that, and then it's gonna go all the way over here. So yeah, let me go ahead and just finish this across her head. There's really not much to this. That's what's kind of cool about it. Kind of basic. But right here, her hair does fall down over her shoulders, so I'm going to just sketch that in. As you can see, my lines aren't too neat for that reason, because it's a sketch. You can just draw like lines every, once in a while, just here and there. Okay, and now I'm gonna come up here. This is the top of her head. And you wanna make sure this looks, you know, right. Don't make it look off or anything, which is kind of hard to do sometimes if you don't have like the guidelines and everything. Which I usually just don't do that. I think it's because of how I grew up and how I was taught. This is just how I do it. I just free draw it. Alright, but now here's the shoulder. Before I finish that, I'm going to come back up and finish this. Something else I've noticed with, you know, anime, manga, is that, again, you can leave gaps here and there. That's the cool thing about it. You don't really have to connect all of it. Okay. So this is what we should kind of have. She is putting her arms behind her back. So this is her shoulder, of course, but right here we're drawing a wrinkle. That's very important to clothing. Of course, you know, to give it a realistic look, kind of. And the rest of her hair falls back here, which I'll worry about that later. But now we're gonna go in and start shading in, not shading in, sketching in, you know, the rest of her body. And as you can see, again, I'm not being too mean about this. I promise you, I will fix this up though. Alright, before we continue with this, let's go in and worry about her face, because I didn't finish this eye over here. Something else I've noticed, her eyes are pretty basic. Definitely not like too complicated or anything. I'm gonna also change it up though, because the photo I'm looking off of is her eyes are a little bit too basic. I just want to give it kind of, you know, just my style to it. So you can do it however you want. You can do it like the original anime, or you can do it how I do it how you want to do it. Doesn't really truly matter, in my opinion. Now, unfortunately, I drew her a little bit too close to the camera, so I'm not sure if I can get the whole body in, which is unfortunate, because I really wanted to. Okay, let's just bring it down from right here. Again, wrinkles is very important. So, yeah, let me just, I'm gonna finish this part down here. You don't have to do this part if you don't want to, which is why I'm trying to make it quick. I guess some of you just want to focus up here or something. Because again, I don't know if she's actually ever worn this in an anime or manga. Now right here we do have a little swirly. At least I think so, like the photo I looked off of, she did have that or something. I know that they do have like a symbol, but I'm not sure if that's what this is. It's actually a little bit bigger. Anyhow, I'm gonna finish up down here, so I'll be right back. Now right here, I just made that up. You don't have to do that, but let me zoom out some. Alright, and I did kind of finish up down here. It's really sloppy looking right now, which is totally fine, because we're gonna go over and ink it. Okay, so I'm gonna start with her face, and this is actually my favorite part, because this is where you can give it, you know, that manga look to it. That's what I call it. Anywhere, you know, like right there, for example, you can give it like a shadow. So just, not cross-hatching, but it's kind of like that. I think there's a term for it, forgive me, but it's been a long week. I don't know what the right term for that would be, just shading it. Again, I'm probably not going to do this all in real time, so I'm going to just kind of go along. And you can either pause it, follow along, or again, do it your own way. either way is fine. So, for the hair though, that part can be tricky, so I will do that on camera. But first, let me go ahead and outline all this, or at least the top part. I'll be right back. Okay, so I did, for the most part, outline everything, but I do have to make this quick because my camera just said it was at low battery, so okay. You can start, I think you can go any way. There is really no specific way, but I'm just gonna start from the top here, and I'm gonna go this way. Now you could also give her shinies, but I, to be honest, don't know how to do that with this effect. And as you can see, I'm also not the best at this, believe it or not. Just kind of wanted to give you guys a idea though. And my pen's getting low. In certain spots, again, you want to go kind of and bring the lines closer together. Makes it look like it's in a shadow or something. And I will do that most definitely. But right now, I really just want to get everything shaded. Sorry, sometimes I get distracted. Okay. So again, I'm just going to go ahead and shade the rest of this, and I'll be right back. That way I can make this video not too long, because my recent ones have been pretty long. And I don't know if you guys like that or not, to be honest. No one's really said anything, but I don't know if you guys like long videos, if you want them shorter. So yeah, until I know for sure, I'm going to try to make all of them as short and quick as possible. Alright, and the final thing I wanted to show was the shading on the clothes. So we're going to draw very faint lines right here, just going to make some shapes. And there's no specific way again, but just draw something like that. And the same thing right here. Just one over here as well. Something like that. Now the only thing is you want to make these a lot more thin, a lot more light, and just start shading. It looks a lot better in person, trust me. But besides that, that is everything. As I'm wrapping this up, I'm just going to start saying a few things here. If any of you do enjoy my art, you know, want me to become, I guess, more successful, please consider just looking at my Patreon. I know that stuff probably gets old, and you know, people are kind of tired of hearing it. I don't really blame you, because some, you know, people I subscribe to say it a lot too, but I understand why we're, you know, just trying to get out there, get noticed. Of course, you guys watching these is enough, but I don't even have a camera stand, an actual camera stand. So, you know, any money donated would definitely help a lot. So yeah, I'll leave the link to my Patreon in the description. You can be a patron as low as $2 a month, $5 a month, and you'd be surprised. That's pretty gosh darn cheap, especially because that's how I do my commissions. You know, I've seen other people charge outrageous amounts, like $30 or, you know, even like $15 per you know, piece, whatever. I'm not gonna judge them, because that's obviously what they feel like it's worth, and I'm not saying mine's not worth as much, but I know everyone's on a budget. So again, enough rambling. Please check out my Patreon. Please follow my Instagram, Impractical Artist. Leave me a comment there, you know. Leave me a comment here too of what you want drawn, because of course on YouTube it's, you know, just for free once you leave a comment, and I look through them, I could select yours and make a video about it. But yeah, that is everything. Again, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, share it, please. And if you didn't like it, tell me what I need to do to improve. And I will be back with another video here soon, hopefully. Thank you so much.